Hello, good morning. More jewellery. That's the thinking anyway. I realised I've still got a bag, about 2 kilos worth, and this is kind of the second half of that haul that I did the other day where we got a lot of bangles, and this I think is possibly more necklacey orientated. That's the feeling I get. I think it's because when I pulled out all the bangles, there was a big tangled lot and I left that in here. So there may be some detangling going on. Quite possibly. So I'll give it a second or two till anyone's back. Hello, Josh. Morning. I hope it's as gloriously sunny down where you are as it is here. It's absolutely beautiful. I'm doing it this morning because I had promised I'd do it. I'm trying to eke out my videos a little bit because people are a bit fed up of seeing my face, I would imagine, over the last few days. Oh, morning, Lex. Fabulous, fabulous videos from yourself, Caroline, Mrs. M and Carla with the clothes. I am very tempted by that jumpsuit, and I'm not a jumpsuity kind of person either. So, yeah, that's got me looking on their website and thinking, I've never shopped with Simply Be before. I just naturally assumed it probably wasn't the sort of thing that I'd like, but the sound of a soft jumpsuit, very, very therapeutic. Josh is still in bed. You naughty boy, it's nearly lunchtime. Get up and work. Oh, hi, Shell. Oh, dress. Yes, well, this was an eBay purchase some time ago. It's a bit loose and what have you, and a bit sort of boho-ish, I suppose, but it's very comfy. It's linen and it's not hot and stuffy, unlike that thing I was wearing the last time I was on, that was very, very tight and nipped in, where breathing was a bit of a luxury. Far more fabulous for the figure, but deeply uncomfortable. Hello, Rachel B. Lovely to see you. Hello, Leanne. You've got lovely weather in Winchester too. I love Winchester. I haven't been there in years. Fabulous, fabulous place. And Leanne's not very far from Rachel, so when all this is over, there'll be meetups all over the shop, won't there? Yes, so if anyone hasn't seen Carla, Caroline and Lexi's clothing try-on, with that lovely thing where they choose clothes for each other. And if I can ever work how to record videos as opposed to just do lives, I'd love to do something similar, because it would be hilarious. I was looking at Caroline trying on those glorious wide palazzo pants, and she's saying they're far too long for me. I think they might actually fit me, although a bit floral for me. I'm saying I'm not floral, and what am I wearing? But hey ho, they look lovely. Oh, morning, Steve, my favourite Steve. Nice to see you here. Hope things are going well for you and your family. I'm sure it's hard work having everyone at home when school should be on, and getting time and any space for yourself, I know, is a tough one, but well done you for coping. That's all I can say. My son, bless him, is very undemanding, but I'm doing this one this morning because this afternoon I promised my son that him and me are going to do Louise Johnson, the Mind Body Calm Yoga, Body Mind Calm Yoga. I think it's Mind. Yeah, one of those wonderful yoga channels. We're going to do the balancing because I think he'd find that very challenging and interesting. And they've got it in school now where they've actually kind of given them Wednesday afternoon off to do exercise. Like, that's going to happen. My son is plugged in beyond all belief to a computer. So he's going to be doing yoga with me this afternoon. This is the bundle of shiny goodies. Ooh, pearly things and red things. That's my idol. Those rather dark things there. Ooh, I'm liking the look of this. Good morning, everyone. I received the earrings. They are absolutely glorious. I took my old ones out to put the new ones in, and one of my ears won't let them go in. They are absolutely stunning. I couldn't be happier. It's a sort of my birthday present to me. Whether I dare wear them is because I'm not very good with jewellery. I can't even get the damn things in. Hang on. Oh man, I'm not very good with jewellery at all, and anything that's sort of delicate, I can't even get my ear in. That isn't that bad. But they're tiny, but they are so cute. I'm a little bit lost with my hair, but they are absolutely stunning. So thank you once again. That's Antiques Arena. Do sub to him if anyone hasn't. I can't recommend him highly enough. Right, this is going to be fun. This is going to be fun indeed. Oh, hello, Craig. Hi, Monica. Listening whilst photographing. That's fine. You can always watch back if there's anything that grabs your interest. Wow. Mind, body, calm yoga. There we go. That's what I'm looking for. I'm going to be doing you this afternoon. No, that's wrong. I'm not going to be doing you. I'm going to be doing your balancing yoga with my son this afternoon. Asda. Lucky you getting a delivery. This is nice and chunky. This is right up Lex's street for chunky. They're not completely opaque. They're sort of slightly, they're not agate. They are plastic or possibly lucite. I always think lucite is better used for something old, but they have a nice feel, but they're quite light and they are modern. They're definitely not vintage, but that's almost got a bit of a tribal vibe going, I think. A chunky necklace is something I kind of always aspire to, and yet I always feel slightly overshadowed by big jewellery. But I'm loving that. That's a nice length and really rather cool. So I'll tell you what, I'm going to have to make a bag of things that I'm loving and put it over here. Bag of things I'm not loving will go over there. Wow. More chunky goodness. Oh yeah, of course, Shelley. These are lovely. They're all the AB stones. They're like Aurora Borealis. They certainly have an element of that. Or maybe they haven't. Maybe that's just my eyes. No, they definitely have a little bit of that rainbowy glitteriness about them. These are plastic beads with these nice stations in between of the crystals. Again, a modern piece, but what's not to love? People love purple, don't they? A lot of people are very into their purple. Maybe it's that sort of length. I should have worn something black. It would have shown, and usually I am. I'm making an effort not to wear so much black, and it's obviously a fail when it comes to colour coordination here. Oh, Steve, yeah, PE with Joe. I nearly took myself out of the whole game by having doing that one evening with my husband. It's like it's the front of my legs that I'm reasonably flexible and I'm quite strong, but the front of my legs, nah, need some more work there. Shelsteruni eBay Queen style necklaces, they certainly are. Chunky jewellery, I don't know why. I like it, but as my nan would have said, it doesn't like me. Maybe it's because my hair gets in the way. I don't know. It's not me, but it will look fabulous on somebody. There we go. Joe made you wet yourself. Now, yes. This is the danger, isn't it? All that jumping about, as ladies of a certain age will know. There is a wind release pose, and there's one that's fantastic for digestion. When we did it in yoga class, you'd guarantee that within 10 minutes, there'd be a little line of people needing to go to the loo. A squat. Yeah, you see, the squats are not a problem, but some of the stuff where you expect you to kind of, I'm quite long in the leg and it's a long way to go. That's just saying. But yeah, now this is what I spotted when I think I saw the bundle and thought, I love this. How tribal is that? They look like little hands. It's not silver. Of course it's not silver. We can prove it's not silver. It's that sort of Indian, Moroccan tribal stuff. Now, where's that bloody magnet? Now that I need it, I've gone and put it somewhere else. Here it is. Here's my magnet. Look, telescopic. Woohoo! Useful for getting things out from strange places. But this is very magnetic. But you know what? That's so funky and stylish. It's modern. It's got the lobster claw clasp. And are they stones? I think they are stones in between. They certainly have that. It has a good weight to it. And that really is quite funky. I'm loving that. Oh yeah, yoga class. I'll never forget one karate class years and years ago in my 20s when I was considered to be old to be doing karate. And we were all sat there and there was this big thunderclap from this chap at the end and we all just fell over laughing. But yes, it's just what bodies do. It's fine. It's just normal. But yeah, people, you can't help but laugh. And it's that and the cracking of the knees. Some people have very cracky knees and they kind of get down like two guns going off. It's really hilarious. But yeah, yoga's good for helping your digestion. I think the one where you lay on your back with your knees up and sort of, it kind of massages your tummy area, which is wonderful. Yeah, Yes, Steve. There's a lot of everything really in yoga. It's all very free now. This weighs an absolute ton. This is very modern, but there's something quite industrial about that. You've got some crystals in there, some rather large balls going on here. There we go. I've said it. There we go. Smutty joke before we've even started. So this would be, that's a collar length. Jonky one. You're watching from the shed, Sam? Yes, but you have got a lovely shed. Let's be fair. You do have, and you never need to worry about it in a class, Rachel. It's, you know, what goes on in yoga class stays in yoga class. There's all kinds of things that happen, and a cramp was always my thing. Getting a cramp right bang in the middle of it, in a shoulder stand or something, in both feet at the same time. Very difficult to get out of. So that's really, really blingy. That's a super piece. Someone's going to absolutely love that. These are all very statement. Very statement. I don't know where to dig in. Here we go. Let's get something that I don't like. Oh no, I can't get it out. Oh, fabric. I'm not very fond of fabric in a necklace, especially when it seems to be tangled. These are very tribally. This is fabric with some little shiny bits on it, with a surprisingly lightweight, with a mahoosive heart on it. There was a bit of a thing for these. These are very sort of gypsified as well, but a little too much for moi. So I'm just laughing at Steve's comment there. Kicked your mate in the stomach at kickboxing. The loudest fart I ever heard. Was that yours or his? Or was that because he was carrying some gas at the time and you just gave him an opportunity to release? I gotta say, emotions, I've certainly found that in the meditations you will find the fact that people actually relax and let go. There we go. I was kind of laughing to myself when Shelley was describing how frustrated she found doing a relaxation recording of this whole thing of going through the body. And as a hypnotherapist, which I was in the life before this one, you know, if you have people who find that hard, there are many other ways of getting into relaxation that don't involve that kind of what some people find quite painful process of going to the body. And usually it's because we're not in our bodies, so to go there feels really, really difficult. I'm not sure about this one. Would this resell? It's not dirty or anything. I mean, the fabric is okay, but what do we think? Is that a seller or is that one that's more of a lot? Maybe it's because I'm not drawn to it. Maybe I'm not sure about that one. Put that in the not sure pile, which is where? There. Pahuna. This one here. Yeah. Pahuna usually has a little thing on it though, don't they? Yeah, a lot of places did these, you know, accessorize, and Claire's probably, I'm not that somewhere I shop. So definitely, so, you know, I'll try. I will try. Oh, now this is rather nice. It's got a magnetic clasp, which actually, for someone whose hands don't work terribly well like mine these days, seems quite good. I'm not sure if it has actually lost something there, whether that should be covered or not. Not that I think it affects it, but it's made up of these tiny little separate things that work together. And then we've got, so I'm not showing the camera very well. And then we have crystals and a nice little beaded thing in the middle. I think that's kind of nice. Some people quite like these, don't they? Maybe it is actually missing the silver cover, but no one's going to see it, are they? Well, I guess if you've got short hair, not helped by me wearing jewellery. Let me remove what I'm wearing. Because I wear silver, because I actually, in spite of loving costume jewellery, I can't bloody wear it. Because I'm allergic, so if it's on more than 5 minutes, sorry, the ank never comes off, that stays on at all times. Symbol of life and all. Yeah, very easy to put on, but I don't know whether that bit missing will be a problem. Someone with short hair will probably not like that. Someone with longer hair wouldn't mind. I've never seen them. It's something I've discovered through videos and the like. I'll put that there to check out. Oh, God, that was cold on my neck. My neck never sees the light of day, as you can see. The car map. Yeah, those little things. Just just being able to tune in to something in your body. No, I'll rephrase it. To somewhere in your body where your breath is. It could be at the nose where the breath comes in. It can be the chest, the tummy as it moves. It can be anywhere. It just kind of takes you out of here and takes you somewhere else. Not everyone finds that easy. Got to be honest. And it is something. It's a skill, so it does require a little practice. So to expect it to work brilliantly. Oh, I've got an itchy nose now. I'm so sorry. Got to be done. Little bangle, sort of little heart there, and a little crystally heart there. Are we missing stones? No, we don't appear to be. But it's certainly something very, very inexpensive and very magnetic. So that may well end up in a lot with some other bangles. It's quite pretty though. I tend to quite like chunky bangles, again, because I'm very hard on jewellery. There we go. Doesn't look so good on a freckly old arm as it would on a younger one, but there we go. Yeah, you've got to remember to breathe. The main thing is just to remember to breathe and not hold your breath whilst trying to get into a pose. But ultimately, the way the breath flows will sort of come naturally. So I wouldn't worry too much about the breathing. I would just be take time with that. The breath work again is practice. These are plastic. She says, feeling the finger that can feel. Yeah, they're very much plastic, very modern. It's a kind of odd colour. I wouldn't say that was yellow. It's coming out more yellow on the camera. It's kind of a very muted goldy yellow. So that's probably a very much less expensive one. Obviously magnetic, years. But there we go, that's okay. Oh, hi Sue, Sue in. You haven't missed it all, Sue. I've not long been going on. We're on the chunky necklace bundle. Yeah, exactly. Louise said it, Indie Chick has said it there. Yeah, just breathe naturally at first. Because if you worry about something, get tense, and that's going to affect your breath anyway. This is a right chunky lunk. Look at that. Yes, it shows up nicely. It's blue and red and white, and it's all seed beads, and it's very, very chunky. Quite modern. It's got a fair old weight to it, though. Tribally. Possibly. Yeah, I think someone will love that. There are some people who look amazing in big necklaces, and I think what happens is big necklaces look amazing on petite and delicate kind of people. I think I really have a theory on that. So when you see Shell show them these big chunky necklaces, they look amazing because she is of a more delicate disposition. So yeah, they just don't look the same on me. Oh, here we go. We've got some more of these stretchy bracelets have snuck into this bundle. I can't get the little taggy thing off, but these, I've had a few of these. They're not bad in themselves. They're quite sweet. Faux pearls that are not too rubbed. Well, they're a little bit rubbed, those ones, where they clanked against someone else's jewellery. So that may be a B lot. Go in with a B lot. Oh, now this looks like it's vintage, partly because it's got that round thing on. It's very lightweight plastic. I mean, it's cheapy plastic, but a little bit funky. Little black beads in between the clear ones. That's got more of a vintage vibe. Quite like that. Oh, hey Lisa. Hope you're well. It's nice to see you on a live. Patriotic, Joan. Yes, good morning. Yes, patriotic indeed. I think those are going to be popular, you know. I do think people who have a patriotic streak to them will find that a comfort, and will probably, when all this is over and things start to sort of return to an easier state, we'll want to celebrate and possibly be patriotic doing that. There we go. So I really rather like that. That's definitely vintage. Oh, why does jewellery make your nose itch? It's probably the dust. It's the dust. Getting more tangly though as we get through here. Another odd bead there. Oh no, this is quite sweet. This is one of those things that people buy in when they're on holiday in India. So obviously it's trying to be Pandora type. It clearly isn't. I'm going to have a little look at that. Where's that loop gone? See, this is what occurs. I'm a very messy kind of person. If you saw my desk, you would be slightly horrified by the state of it. But I kind of live in organised chaos. I know where things are. Clear beads, but some may say they're yellow. Was that this one still? Yeah, they're not too yellowed actually. I know sometimes vintage plastic will do that. What have we got here? Yeah, you're not 925, and you're fibbing. Flipping sure you're fibbing. See, things that say they're 925. Well, it isn't magnetic, but I don't know. Putting away at it there. I don't quite trust this to be silver, to be honest. Who knows? I may have to do a little test. But it just didn't look like it. That could be tarnish, I suppose. Let's give it a little rub. They're definitely not Pandora ones because they say 95, but they don't say there's lettering, isn't there? Lettering that goes on. It's not kind of stamped in, it's raised up, so that also makes me suspicious. But hey, I think that's quite a fetching boho bracelet anyway. We will investigate further. It's kind of sweet there. Got some spare lungs in your shop? Funnily enough, I don't carry lungs. So what's happened? Oh, sorry, I've just missed some chat here. Lisa, you're in hospital waiting to find out if you have the Rona. Oh, well, fingers crossed that you haven't. But getting tested is a good thing. And we're wishing you all the very best of luck with that, and hope you don't have to hang around too long, because clearly no one really wants to hang around in hospital too long at the best of times. Let's do investigate, isn't it? Right. I'll investigate. Man. Oh, something else. No problem. We don't always catch up with that. Something going on there. Oh gosh, right. I've missed some comments now. Let me scroll down. Oh, you got some jewellery queries. Yes, my knowledge is growing but slightly scant. You'll probably find that Lex or Shelster will know far more. The original Steve. Yeah, well, good luck there, Lisa. We're all rooting for you. Send non-Rona vibes. Oh, I do love a barrel clasp, which tells me it's quite likely to be vintage. I'm not sure if that's always the case. These are rather nice. Lightweight, they're certainly plastic, they're not stone, with some faux amber, with some little gold stations in there. So this is a longer length necklace. I know they all have different lengths. That opera length? Not sure, but quite liking that. Yeah, it is very hard with pictures. Watching someone looking at shiny things. If I can be a distraction and a help, I'm very happy to be so. Yeah, and whatever it is you've got, I hope it goes soon. So they're quite retro. Quite liking that. Very nice vintage. They're vintage. Vintage. Liking those. Well, here we go. Let's delve in. Something chunky comes this way. Something modern. Kind of statementy. There we go. That's all very plasticky, faux pearly. I think they're actually, yeah, all plastic. These things always remind me slightly of the sort of Wilma Flintstone type necklaces. But, you know, that you... There we go. Gosh, that's a very odd length. No, that's better. There we go. Collar length again. All very sweet. Depends what that would go. You need a wee. Yes, if you need a wee, have a wee. It's always important. Needs must. It's going to be very magnetic. Yes, of course it is. It's a very strange chunky bead because it looks like they've wound tiny bits of plastic. I've got to re-glue that if I'm going to sell it. It's just popped up, needs a little glue, but now I have the proper glue. I can do that. Feed the beasts. All feed the beasts, yes. Hello, Chrissy. Hi, Lainey. Gosh, I've missed people coming in. Did you Google Titicaca? Is that Lake Titicaca? Chunky. Matinee length. I have got the thing that tells me what it is. Yeah, pictures are very, very difficult. Some things look incredibly good in pictures and others are just don't come across well at all. This is a strange looking one. Shoot, to get this bit of... Someone obviously thought these had a value in the beginning. Let's take that off. Oh, this is very odd. These are little bits of mother of pearl on a stretchy. Now I'm assuming that probably is a necklace. Oh, maybe it's a headband. Ouch. That's very odd. Or it could be a bracelet. Like so. Who knows? Who knows? It could be a necklace. But I would think, because these have quite a hard edge, that would be quite uncomfortable to wear. Perhaps. I don't really know what that is. What is the proper glue? Right, the proper glue that I found, and I don't know if this is the absolute correct one, is this B700 off eBay. It comes with a very, very fine point. So it was mainly for putting things like the tiny crystals back in where one's lost, or you've more that sort of thing. But it's very, very good. I found it very good so far. Yeah, I don't think it would be comfortable. Let's give it a try. Oh, in for a penny. Oh, now I've not got the world's biggest neck, but that's quite choker length. I'm not sure that looks very good either. No. B700, there we go. So yeah, you get it from the expert. Jeweller's glue on eBay. So we're really not quite sure what that is. Little unsure. Oh, pardon me. Got to untangle some bits here. We're getting some more bangles here. These sort of things. These sort of things, yes. I like the fact it's red though. I'm very much drawn to red. Oh, and I keep finding odd little beads. The last time I found these odd little beads, they were off a necklace, so they will get put in a wee baggie and go in the bundle. And here we go again, another one of these overstretched. That's just overstretched itself thing for a bead lot. They're quite nice little beads on them though. Make nice things. So that will be going in a bead lot. Oh no, we are getting tangly here. We're getting to the knotty bits. We're getting to the knotty bits. That's my cat you can hear in the background, and my son talking cat in the background. We meow to our cats. Am I the only one? Is that just me? I have that thing where things that a cat will do, usually will go purr, and that's kind of like come to me sort of voice. So I will do that to my cats when I want them to come to me. Now I thought this was a necklace, but it truly isn't. There we go. I'll show you the right way around my help. It's got little crystal-y things in. But I'm guessing this is probably some sort of a headband. Oh, God. Oh, no. No. I don't know. I'm assuming it is some sort of a headband by people who can wear things of that nature. Naughty bits. I'm confused now. I need to backtrack. Have I gone all out of sync? Oh, I'm still in sync on mine. You might need to refresh or go out and come back in again, possibly. There's a question on your quiz, like stealing the name. Oh, well, there you go. You see, Titicaca. It's a good quiz. I haven't got around to watching it yet, so I already know the answer to something. I'm saving that for later. Two ka-chings. Well, of course, Witchy is working for you, isn't she? Great. So you have to pay her attention. Otherwise, she just gets lazy and doesn't do anything. The naughty bits. We like naughty bits. It is a hairband. Okay. Adjustable length. Ah. Is it? Maybe it is. I'm glad I'm not the only one that has meow chats. Oh, hi, Mandy. Nice to see you in. I'm really trying to untangle. This is going to get very slow. This isn't quite as lovely because anything that's made out of a bit of cord tends to get a bit nasty. Yeah, I'm not really loving that. I wouldn't try and sell it because it's not in the cleanest of condition. Truly not. Oh, let's pop that over there. There's a maybe. Right, you're going to hear jangling, loud jangling. I'll try and pull things out. See what comes first. Oh, that's quite cute. Very modern. Vintage feel, little daisies. It's got a label on it, but the fact that it sort of looks a rose gold colour. Oh, that's accessorised. There we go. Everyone knows the accessorised thing, don't they, where it just says a little A? Because for quite a while, there we go, quite a while, excuse the nails, I thought that was atmosphere, but it's not, it's accessorised. Tiny, tiny seed beads. Tiny, tiny seed beads. Really cute choker length. And not worn or anything. That's quite cute. So, I don't know, it may go in a lot, but it's rather sweet. Sweet but modern. Oh, okay. This looks more vintagey in feel. Metal and black plastic. But this is rather mod feeling, I think, with these nice things. It's silver tone. And it's got a decent lobster claw, but not a horrific one. And this is M&S. See, M&S do often have little hang tags on their stuff. So that's quite sweet. Quite mod. I could see someone like Lex in that. Like modish. Really rather sweet. So it's probably more retro rather than vintage, but hey ho. Oops, I'm going to have to unhook some of these just to try and get out of this knot that is quite splendid for us. Big old knot. Sorry for the clanking. Make a good curtain tie back. Things do, don't they? Oh, it's tonight, isn't it, Master Reseller? I'm so bad in the evenings because I'm always cooking tea and having to do sort of family things in the evenings. The film Sweet Charity. Oh, I don't know that film. Or the film. One day, Lex. It will be Lex one day. I'm absolutely certain of it. I like a graduated bead. These are really rather sweet. This is M&S again, I think. Oh no, it's Next. This is Next. These are they grubby or are they? They might be grubby or they might be meant to be different textures. I'm going to find out if they're just worn or if they're just grubby. I think these are just a little bit grubby. So a little quick clean. They'll get it. Oh, and they're very magnetic. They'll get a better clean at some point. So the problem is when people wear necklaces with makeup or on a hot day, things can be a little less than delightful when they turn up in my bundles. But I quite like that as a graduated bead. I mean, it's fairly inoffensive, isn't it? It's not statementy in the slightest, but not everybody wants the statement stuff. Quite sweet. Quite like that. Where's my pile of likes gone? Over there. I've got sort of vintage pile, and then I've got a modern pile that I like, and then I've got lot pile, and then there'll be a broken pile, and that's kind of just how I sort things. This is all a bit knotted up. Oh, things on cords. Again, I'm not a big fan. Especially when it's all a bit... what's happened there? But they're worth checking because occasionally they can be a decent quality. This doesn't look like it's got a bit of tarnishing on the back. Sorry, I will show you. It's not magnetic, so we'll make sure we check that thoroughly. Because occasionally you'll find out these are... Whoops! Clang. Right, there we go. It's 2 hearts. Little blue glass heart, I think they're glass. Yeah, a glass heart and a crackle glaze kind of heart. Just there. I'd find that sort of thing irritating because it would clack about when you wore it. But it's sort of rather boho and rather sweet. Oh, you're not minging, Sue. You're lovely and fragrant, I'm sure, at all times. So that's quite cute. It's modern. Somebody might like that. Who knows? Just because I'm not fond does not mean somebody else might not go, ooh, love, love, love. And vice versa. Oh, okay. This is more jewellery on a cord and string, but a longer length. Plasticky, again, mostly plastic. Silver and blue, that kind of teal blue that was very popular and still is, really. But they look a lot more blue on screen, but they're actually more greeny blue. So we don't know who they're by, but they're very modern and there's not a great deal of loveliness about them, but you never know. You never know. Yes, you're allowed not to wash your hair. I'm going to wash mine later today. All bits of it. Just doesn't feel nice. It needs a wash. Oh man, I tell you, there's a real thing for corded necklaces going on here. This one might be leather. I tell you what, if I actually undo it, I might be able to get it out and show you. Oh, man. So this is where it all slows down a bit when we get to the bottom of the bag. Is that going to come out anyway? Shake it all out a bit. The only way to loosen jewellery really is actually to shake it out and loosen it up. I don't think that's going to want to come just yet. You might be enough. Loosen it enough and it'll pull through. Right. Another one of these more modern pieces. These, you see these sort of things everywhere, but it's kind of a shell, and that is actually a shell behind it. Piece of mother of pearl on a cord that looks like it's leather, and this is, does it say who we are? I hope I didn't knot it up even further, really. It has the world's tiniest tag, so I will have a look at that for you, see if I can tell you who it is. Avon. Not very familiar with Avon jewellery. Very lightweight. This is sort of a real summer piece, isn't it? To go with your nice summer wear. I don't really find much Avon. I know they seem to get a lot of it in America when you watch people undoing their jewellery lots. Man, how does this all get so knotty? There's a lot of knotting going on. Oh man. Something's got to come out in this bundle. Here we go. Here we go. Slightly chunky-ish again. I can get it the right way around. There we go. Beads that move around. How's that for chunky? Florals too. Plastic, I think. That might be glass. Glass on an antiqued brass finish there. Nice snake chain. This is Peruna. I think it's got that little, you see the little heart? Little heart there, that's usually Peruna. Actually, it's got something written on it, and yes, it says Peruna. So there we go. The eyes work sometimes. But these all move around, which is why I was getting such a terrible knot with things. They'll move around and make a noise. Something people like, some people don't like. So that's quite a sweet thing. These modern things, you know, they do have appeal, and I'm certainly, that goes quite well with this dress. Certainly not going to be dismissive of modern jewellery, I've learned. But, you know, there are things people quite like, and they can't get to the shops, and they don't want to order online. Oh no, I like this. This is very different. I think this is modern, but I'm guessing, like the hexagonals within it. Graduated, it's quite lightweight, so it's a plastic, and I think you've got to get it all round the right way so that it lays flat. There we go, it's about that sort of length. It's the way I describe things, isn't it? Oh yes, I do have a turn of phrase, don't I? I quite like that. The annoying thing would be to try and get everything laying flat, but that's quite nice. And I have sold what I call flat lay necklaces before, and although it's not vintage, I don't think, it's certainly got a vintage style about it. It's quite classic, that. Rather nice. Oh, here we go. Yeah, these are amethyst. Just a little set of beads on an adjustable thing. We get quite a lot of these, but they're nice, and it's quite good if you have a need for. I think rose quartz and amethyst are particularly good for sort of healing and feeling calm. So, you know, don't dismiss these. And people don't want them coming from China, so I tend to lock them up. In fact, if I can get one of each colour, so they're like the chakras, that's always a good way to sell them. This is another one of these kind of overstretched beady things, which people quite like. Oh, it's a long one here. Can I get to it? Yeah. These are plastic, which is a disappointment because they're a lovely colour, lovely gunmetal faux pearls, and they have been knotted in between. So, oops, there we go. So quite well made. Flapper length, I suppose. Yep. Flapper length or a double, I suppose. These things can be quite nice, quite hippie styly, and much lighter than the glass faux pearls. Yes, calming things ever, isn't this? ASMR? Yeah, that's the one, isn't it? Where people just make the sounds. So they're probably modern, but they look nicely made. So, oh, this is a chunky old fellow, if I'm getting that. Let's see. Undo the clasp feather, that'll make it a lot easier. Right, big pieces of plastic on a cord. Yeah, big pieces of plastic on a cord. Very hippie boho style. These are wooden pieces here too. No, I don't think it's vintage. It has got what I call a lobster claw clasp, but that's not looking stunningly modern to me. So it's more in the band of retro, I think. Are these meant to look like tortoiseshell or something? I guess. Unusual geometric shaped pieces. So who knows? Who knows what that one is? Someone may love it, making the very statement they desire. Oh man, tangles. Oh no, I like this. This is the gothic appeal in me. Oh, I love these. They're so sweet. It's modern. It's M&S. But it's the metal is in black, and so these are lovely. These things, they're so gothic. There we are, and quite delicate. So again, I quite like it. You know, I mean, it's M&S, so it's not going to be expensive, but I think somebody might rather like that. Oh, hello, Tinker. That's the other cat coming to shout at me. Why are you shouting at me? No, you're not talking. Makes me look a complete idiot. Savvy cat, this one. Very guided by his stomach. This particular cat is a rather large tabby. And when I'm saying you're large, I'm not insulting you. He's got very long legs and a very long tail and a very loud meow. You're going to come up where people can see you. Well, come where people can see you. You can jump over that. Gosh, anyone would think that cat had been used and abused from the tone of his voice. It's another one of these sort of layery jobs. There we go. That's enamelled metal. That's sort of enamel finish again. That's just a little metal disc. Yeah, that's probably a better way to show you. My fat finger's in the way. And it's all on a cord. So again, a very boho-y type thing. This is Next, once again. These sort of things look quite effective with those sort of sundresses and the dresses that don't have straps, the strapless dresses. That's what I'm thinking. Maxi and all that. Oh, now I'm liking this. I just like anything that's shiny. Clear crystals. Yes, meow is. Where's it gone? Tinker. I have to check behind the chair to make sure I don't sort of roll over his tail or something. They do have a knack of sitting near you. This is also on a cord. This is. Oh, no, this is very similar to the other one. I wasn't sure what it was made from. This is very magnetic. Was that me or was that the cat? This is rather sweet though. Oh, shinies. Rather lovely. Little crystals. I'm just trying to work out if they're glass. They're glass. And the reason I do that is because they're cold to the touch and they're more likely to be either an actual crystal or stone. Obviously, if they're warm, then they're going to be a plastic. That's quite a sweet thing. I think someone will like that. Rather cute. Ah, Now I've just found a loose earring, and I think I've got the other one to those in the lot that I did last. There was a card with them on, if I remember correctly, and that's the matching one. So I now have a pair of earrings. And talking of things matching, this necklace, no, that is yellow. I found some earrings. Pretty sure when I go through the lot, I will find that I have some earrings that match this. This is modern, I would say, but in a very vintage style. So that kind of disappears down there. Glass or plastic? Could be plastic. Yeah, I think they're plastic. Got tiny little pearls, faux pearls in there, and just backed on metal. So usually the giveaways, if they're modern, is that they have this kind of rather rough finish at the back, because no one's going to see that side. So that's a modern one, but I'll put that to one side because I will pair it with the earrings. I don't tend to find that sets sell particularly well though. But what I can always do is say I have the matching earrings in the listing, and then maybe do a deal if someone's interested. Yeah, and then as we all know, jewellery is doing quite well at the moment, so in an ideal world I'd actually list some of it. But I'm going to put it out there because I think I'm going to be doing some reseller bundles of clothing fairly soon. It's because I've got a contact who I cherry pick things from, and you know me, I cherry pick vintage and weird and wacky things. But she has perfectly decent clothes, you know, things like Boohoo and Next and Marks and Spencers and various different brands in more modern clothes. And because of the lockdown, she's got something of a backlog. So what my plan is to actually buy her backlog from her and then sort them. I don't know whether people would prefer them to be sorted by size or by style or tops or skirts or dresses, and actually offer them as, you know, a sort of a, I don't know, let's say a 5 or 10 kilo bag or a certain number of items, because I don't want to spend too long on it, because I'm not bothered about the profit, but I'm aware that people are running out of, sorry, I'm trying to detangle something here. I'm very aware that people are running out of stock. So if I can help by putting some of this out there, you know, then I'm not bothered about, you know, I need to make a bit of money, but I'm not bothered about, you know, maximising profits on it, because it's not my usual thing to do lots. But if it helps somebody out, then I'm happy to do it. I really can't quite see what's happened here. Something's got tangled in with something else. Right. Okay. There's this really horrible, really nasty thing to say, isn't it? But anything on fishing wire is bundle fodder to me, so I will probably get rid of that. But in here, there is actually a half decent neck. Oh, it's come apart. Oh. There is a necklace, and if I work out which way it goes up, because it's got lots of bits. How does that work then? How does it work? It's all got caught over itself. I actually usually quite like detangling jewellery, but not when it's live and I'm aware that people are going, what the hell is she doing? I'm kind of weirded out by this, because it has got a clasp. Yes, it has. Right, okay. No need to be weirded out. That's how it goes. It's boho. It's got lots of bits on it. And I'm assuming that somehow these all kind of hang together. I think those tassels are meant to hang down. No, that's how they are. But it's interesting. It's got metallic bits. It's got shell bits and more metal bits. I'll have to see if that's just worn or if it's meant to have that finish. Let me see if there's a maker on it. Probably not. Oh, there is. FI-VA. Fever. Of course, I don't think that's a high-end brand. I'm not too convinced by that there. But hey ho, it's quite a nice little layered look necklace. a little bit boho, highly magnetic, I would imagine. Nope, I may have to do a little research on that, and we'll have a little looky-see and see what it is. It's a hot mess. It is a hot mess. Yeah, kilo bags of jewellery. Exactly, and I just want to put things out there because I know people are running low on stock, and it's not the sort of thing I'm going to pour through and pick and list. I just literally want to check there's nothing damaged in there, fold it nicely, be able to say, this is a bundle of tops, this is a bundle of... So if anyone's got any preferences or for what they would like, you know, do say. I will put it out there on my Facebook at some point as well. I don't necessarily want to go through eBay for it. I'd rather just do it through Facebook or through... And then I can just deal with the post that way because My Home Is It. My Homes are being quite good for me at the moment. This looks very handmade and kind of not the most interesting of items, possibly. That could just be me. It's magnetic anyway, so it isn't anything valuable. It's quite sweet and funky. But yeah, do let me know and pass the word out there. Anyone that's doing clothes, I mean, I sell clothes and I'm still selling clothes and they still go. So it's this is vintage and this is so sweet. 2 different shades of pink, definitely plastic, stroke resin, stroke lucite, whatever you're calling it, nicely jointed in between and with a barrel clasp. So that's quite cute. It's a very cute vintage one, so I'm very pleased with that. So I'm very pleased with this bundle. I mean, I think I said last time what I paid for the whole bundle, but whatever it is, I'm, certainly more than going to make my money back from it, and it's fun because this is a newer area for me, although I've been collecting jewellery for a long time. To actually seriously consider listing and selling it is new, and I'm enjoying every minute because clothes at the moment I can't really source what I love very easily, as we all know. So this is a whole new form of entertainment for me. Right, this is very lightweight. It's another one of those. Got to get them all around the right way. Little hot mess of a necklace there, but they're all sort of they're plastic. They're not. I think they're plasticky rather than glass. All in nice dark metal. Really rather sweet. Quite like that. I don't know. Is that more industrial? I like this. I like that colour. I just can't actually wear them without getting a green neck. A nice little touch there. It's got the crystal drop on the end of the clasp. There's no maker on this, so it's going to be something fairly everydayish, but cute nonetheless. Someone will love it. Someone will love it. Oh, we're getting to the bottom. We're getting near the bottom now, guys. I don't want to keep you all too long because you're all really busy and have got lots to be doing. Do you like the eBay title in your head? Keywords. This I think is made out of very weirdly coloured bits of shell, because they're not shaped, which would make them uncomfortable to wear, I would have thought. I mean, they're not sharp edges, but they're just strange. This is in a purple colour. See, that would annoy me, the fact they're all bent around different ways. I'd be forever fiddling with it, trying to go, how's this supposed to work? Here we go, matinee length once again. See, I learned things. Yeah, not so sure about that. It's not particularly magnetic. It hasn't got a name on it. These are definitely dyed and lacquered pieces of shell, I think. Yeah, interesting. Who knows? Who knows if someone would love it. Oh, hello, Queenie. Thank you for subbing to me. Nice to see you in here. Oh man, naughty. If I do that, I'm going to get to the bottom of this. Oh, it's another one that's got fishing wire. That's what I'm hating on at the moment. Fishing wire. Really hate fishing wire. Right, unhook. It's more fishing wire with faux pearls. Not fond of this stuff at all. Just not. There's no maker's name on this, I don't think. Nope. There we go. Yeah. Faux pearls. Nothing amazing, but I just don't think they look particularly attractive. If it's really well done and they look invisible, that's great, but they don't. Oh, statement. Hello. Wrapping time. This is vintage. Bizarrely. It's bizarrely vintage. The chain certainly is, because we've got there the round thing, and we've got this mahoosive medallion. I think it's the only way to describe that, really. Medallion in the middle. It's not really me, is it? But hey ho, that's quite chunky. I'm not seeing a maker on it. I'm not seeing anything distinctive, but you know, that's quite a piece. A little scratched up on the back. That's a keyword I won't be using, no store. That's definitely a keyword I won't be using. Yeah, interesting though. Magnetic as hell. But that isn't. Plain is, and that isn't. But you know, we're not talking 14 karat gold here. We're really, really not. But hey ho, it's a nice vintage one. This is where it gets a little trickier, because there's some smaller necklaces that have got very tangled around the others. So I'll try and do the big stuff first. Oh, now this is very there's a lot going on. It's a busy old necklace, this one. Just a straight over the head, mostly plastic. Free little bonus bit of sticky tape there. Oh, you see, that's what happens. I keep putting it in the wrong place. There we go. Just show you all there. That's got a nice little thing there. Pinky, reddy beads. Some are wood. Actually, some of these look like they're wood, but maybe rather than plastic. But yeah, possibly vintage. Who knows? But that's kind of more of a boho vibe. Obviously very magnetic. More of a boho vibe there. Oh, right. This is where it gets really knotty. If I can get this big one out, then I might be able to look at the smaller ones, which obviously the little ones interest me, because there's a possibility they could be something nice. No. We have another hot mess here. Because actually what I thought was a lot of chains could all be part of one necklace. Although I have got a tiny nice little necklace here that's vintage. Now, we're slightly magnetic. We are slightly magnetic, so we're not going to be silver. I was kind of hoping there that would be a nice little extra silver chain to add to the collection, and particularly when you get a pendant that hasn't got anything to go on it to put it on. But no, it's just a very delicate faux silver tone. It's just a silver tone. I'll put that there because they are handy. And this is going to be the hot mess of the century, this. Let's see if I can find the end. Mr. T collection. I think it possibly was. I can't work out if this is one necklace or several. Whatever's going, you can see my dilemma here. There are many strands that fall from a necklace, but dear God, it would take half a lifetime to sort them out. Can you see what's happened here? They're all part of the same necklace, but they have become so horribly tangled. You've got these nice glass or crystal. Definitely glass. Nice quality bead. This is accessorised again, so it's not cheapy. Because there's anyone who actually shops in accessorised, and I used to back in the day. I didn't really buy jewellery from them, but I did like some of their clothes. Well, monsoon accessorised, you know. But I think that's going to take me a month of Sundays to make that look attractive. I might just be able to do it in time for the photos. In which case I'm sure that will sell well, because it's going to be many multi-stranded and in all sorts of different gold tone and bizarrely old one in there, but they're all part of the same thing. And that, peeps, apart from that little bit that needs to go in, I think that's the lot. Yeah, I haven't lost anything. That is everything. So I know I've got some absolutely lovely vintage ones there, which was kind of what I saw when I was buying it and thought they all do. The modern ones are a nice bonus. There'll be some stuff for bead lots. I mean, it's going to be a while before I get around to doing bead lots, let's be honest, because I have some nice things to list first. But thank you very much for joining me. Anyone that is interested possibly in bundles of more modern clothes for resale, do DM me, do message me, because I've got an offer of quite a lot of it and I'm very wary about taking it all because I've got a space problem. In spite of having a garage, I have a space problem. So if I know there really is a demand, then I might take more on and get them listed up much more quickly. So thank you for joining me. Subscribe if you haven't subscribed, like, dislike, do whatever you do. And I will see you soon. That's a delivery of my parasol coming, I think. You hear that noise in the background? Fare thee well. Bye-bye now. Thank you. Bye. Waves awkwardly. Bye.